Welcome back to the Suburban Ford 7 Sports Cave. 7 new members were inducted into the Michigan Sports Hall of Fame Friday night. It was a really star-studded class headlined by Nicholas Lidstrom, who is in the midst of a fantastic week here in Detroit. Before the ceremony, I did ask a few of the guys if there was one moment that defined them as an athlete. And John Smoltz kicked it off with an answer that just might surprise you.
Most people would go to maybe to Game 7 in a World Series or something I did in my professional career. It's what I did in Lansing Waverly as a senior at the Diamond Classic. Hitting a game-winning home run, winning that championship to me defines who I always wanted to be, how I competed, how I wanted to compete and win at every level. And I go back to that more than any other moment in my life. So that's how much Michigan and athletics and my high school experience taught me and prepared me for the professional career that I was about to embark on.
You know, at the end of my career, lots of people were like, well, you never had the huge kick and you never played in the big games. And that's how people generally define the athletes. You know, and I suppose, you know, if anything, I might be a representative of guys and the athletes that have given everything they have and worked hard and did their very best for the team, and they didn't become legends on ESPN or didn't make the top 10 yearly plays and stuff. And, you know, it's just kind of a body of work there was game winners in there, of course, and stuff, but, you know, maybe that's it, of just trying to consistently year in and year out, no matter what the circumstances were, do my best for the team and the organization.
The '94 World Cup that summer, when the U.S. hosted the World Cup and Detroit hosted at the Silverdome, and that changed my life forever. I lived the power of what a World Cup can do to an individual when you go out on that stage in front of 1 billion people and you play well, the team does well, you got a lot of hair flying around, you know, all of that kind of stuff contributed. And I had a hell of a ride, and I had so much fun, so many opportunities, and I milked it for all it was worth and just had a blast doing it.
If there's anything that defined me, it's probably longevity. The fact that I've done both Michigan and the Lions for so many years, and I kind of fit real comfortable with the people that are listening. I'm a fan of both teams. I'm a Michigan native, and I think most people say he's one of us. And if there's anything that defines me, I'd like to say most fans feel I'm one of them.
It was a really fun night, and I think that Brandy and Alexi Lalas kind of stole the show with their speeches. They had the place in stitches. We didn't talk to Nick about that specific topic, but in your mind, do you think there's something that might define Nicholas Lidstrom? Was there a moment, or was his more a body of work, a lot like what Jason Hansen said?
Isn't his moment that there was no moment, that it's just day in, day out? He was excellent, came, played the same way, prepared, led. I mean, his consistent greatness, he was just a rock back there. I mean, obviously he had big moments, but I always thought that was just such to be able to build a team around a guy that you knew you were getting just 100% excellence every single night, quiet leadership, never a problem, is almost his moment.
I think that's right, and I think your comparison to Hansen is pretty appropriate. You know, he's going to be remembered as a smart guy and a great player for everything that he did. He'll be in the Hall of Fame next year. Hansen, you know, that's another guy that I don't know if there's many kickers in the NFL that earned as much respect as he did within the organization and within the locker room. I remember going to see him a couple years ago he was signing everybody's autograph, every last kid in grown man that was there looking for something, signing toasters with Lions helmets on them and everything. He was the nicest guy I think that there was, and just real consistent with everything.
If he had played for a franchise that had won, you know, he's Adam Vinatieri. He is one of those legendary guys. He hit all the kicks. He did everything. He did his job as well as any kicker has ever done it. He just was on a franchise that couldn't get out of its own way for, how long was he? 22?
21 years.
21 years. Yeah. And I mean, you know, it's unbelievable. But think about this, NFL salary for 21 years. Yeah. No concussions, very few injuries. That guy, he beat the odds, man. He did a great job.
Pretty good gig.